Hey Eileen and Tom, how you guys doing? This is Ashley. This is the video that Jasmine and I were speaking about earlier, and to kind of fill you guys in a little bit, basically what this video is going to be about is I'm going to go over and show you guys your biggest competitor, specifically in Tampa. And what that's going to do is that's going to show you guys how much business you guys are missing out on, how much more you could be getting. I'm going to show you why they're the biggest competitor, how they're the biggest competitor, and what you guys can do and the strategies that can be done to kind of start getting more business yourself. Now, I'm going to try and keep this video as short as I possibly can. I obviously don't want to waste anyone's time, including my own. So once you are finished watching this video, reach out. I'd love to talk some more and answer any questions you guys may have, of course. And we can kind of take things from there. So the first thing I'm going to start with is your guys' current website. Now, when it comes to having a website, it's about how user-friendly it is, how easy it is to navigate that site, and to be able to cater to different types of people coming to your site for whatever reason that may be. Now, what I mean when I say that is when somebody comes to your site, they're not going to want to have to scroll throughout your entire site just to figure out what services you offer, what areas you offer them in, how they can get a hold of you, so on and so forth. So what we like to do is have all of that information on all of our websites readily available without them having to even scroll. So taking a look at your guys' site, I absolutely love how all of your services are in drop-down menus, and the areas that you guys are willing to travel to are also in drop-down menus. This makes your site that much more user-friendly, organized. It makes it look more professional. Now, as far as the overall looks of your site and the aesthetic, it is a little outdated, I'll be honest with you. Now, you may ask, do looks play a role? Yes, they do in a way that you wouldn't really think about. So we need to cater not only to Google, but we also need to cater to the possible customer that's going to be coming to your site. So it's a very fine line that we're kind of playing with. So scrolling through on your site, I like how you have your click to call phone number right from the start. That's also great for client conversions. One thing I would suggest for you guys to have is a form submission option somewhere right from the start of the site. And what that's going to do is that's going to cater to the opposite type of people who may be at work and they can't talk on the phone, or they don't want to talk on the phone. You know, whatever the reason may be, we need to make sure that we have multiple ways for people to reach out to you for the services that you do offer. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is your guys' content. And when it comes to content, the more the better, because Google can only read. So looking at the content that you guys have, it's not enough to be considered an authority, because you need at least a minimum of 2,000 words of keyword-rich, authoritative content in order to be considered that authority to Google. So what I mean when I say that is basically if we were to start working together, what we would do is go do competitive keyword research. Based on that research, we'd find the keywords we know are going to bring you and your company more business, and that's based on those keywords already bringing your competitor business. We send them out to our professional content writers, and what they do is they strategically embed those keywords throughout the content that they're writing about you, about your services that you offer, you know, so on and so forth. Now, those keywords are so very important because they are what people type in Google to find you. So if you don't have those keywords, nobody's going to find you. Therefore, you're missing out on business. So scrolling through the rest of your site, I'm just kind of taking a look, kind of taking some mental notes. All right, so now I'm going to come over and show you your guys' competitor. So based on this search, I could have done a million different searches, but this video would be way too long. So again, this video is just to give you an idea of what is out there business-wise. Scrolling down to this organic section, these guys are one of your competitors. I was going to show you the top guy, but it really don't matter as long as it's, on this first page. Top 3 is typically where you want to be. So we come over here and take a look at these guys. We can see they have their services and drop-down menus as well. They don't have their services areas we serve tab. They don't have a form submission option, but they're currently outranking you, and that is for a few different reasons. One is their content that they have. They have a more trustworthy site. It's more updated, so on and so forth. So if we come back over here, I'm just going to break down Google for you based on this search that I showed you earlier. So basically, Google's broken down into 3 different sections. There's the ads, which is right here. There's the Google My Business, and then there's the organic section. Now the first section, obviously, is the Google Ads, Google Guaranteed. And if you're not familiar with these, basically Google will guarantee the job up to a certain in terms of a certain percentage. Now the conversion rate for these are pretty high, and that's great for you guys because, as I'm sure you're well aware, when somebody calls you, they're more prone to actually making a purchase from you. Now this next section of Google is the, again, Google My Business section. And as we can see, you guys are currently not listed here. So as of right now, you're missing out on all that business that comes to this area. Because just like with your website, how some people, come to call, some people come to message you, same thing with Google. Some people strictly go to the ads, other people strictly go to the organic section. So if we get you in each of those spots all throughout Google for all the keywords you want to be found for, you have the highest odds. Now, in order to get ranked in this area, it takes a few different things. Some of those is reviews, geotagged pictures, posting on your GMB listing weekly is a big one, citations. Again, there's a lot that goes into this area, but it's an important area to want to show up in. Now, the last section of Google I'm going to go over with you is the organic section. This area directly deals with your website. Now, in order to get ranked in this area, it requires having the most relevant backlinks for the most effectiveness. Now, if we come over here and take a look at your stats, we can see your UR, which is how trustworthy or legit Google looks at your site. It's currently rated a 10 out of 100. Now the backlinks that you have quite a few backlinks, but they're only giving you a 1.2, which tells me the backlinks that you have are spammy. They're not relevant, and they could be hurting your ranking negatively. And that's why I said earlier we want the most relevant backlinks for the most effectiveness. Now, because of all this, you're currently getting 65 people to your site per month. Now, don't get me wrong, you're getting some traffic, but what I'm saying is it's nowhere near what you could or should be getting based on your competitor, and I'll show you that here in a minute. Now, if we take a look at where exactly this traffic is coming from, we can see you're getting your most traffic off from your own name, which tells me that's word of mouth traffic. People who already know about you, people who are looking directly for you, which at the end of the day, traffic is traffic, but we want to target the people who don't know about Chase Plumbing and Sewer. We want to target the people who are new to the area. We want to get you new business. So if we take a look at these keywords, we can see 200 people are going in Google every single month typing that keyword there, and 23 of them are going to your site. 300 people, 150 people. There's a lot of keywords that you're currently missing out on, and that's because you're on the 3rd, 4th, 5th page for those keywords. It's not as simple as just having these keywords in your content. We need to go in and add power to those keywords. That way they start ranking in positioning, and 1 through 10 is the first page, 10 through 20 second page, so on and so forth. So if we come over here and take a look at your competitor, we can see that their trustworthiness in Google isn't too good. Their backlinks are not good. But look at the traffic that they're getting every month. And again, this is just one of your competitors. So if we take a look at where they're getting their traffic from, we can see they're getting their most traffic off from Tampa plumbers. And then 150 people are typing Tampa plumbers in each month. 450 people typing plumbers Tampa. Again, this is all volume. This is all potential traffic that you are missing out on. You can see what you're currently getting versus what you could be getting just based off one competitor alone. And yeah, that's all I have for you as of right now. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. Have a great one. Bye, guys.